Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a different side of my property that you don't often see, but it is so gorgeous, so beautiful today, and I wanted to show you. Look at that sunset. I get to enjoy that like every day. Cornfield, hot tea. Let's get into our garden. Well, here we are in our garden, and as you can see, it is still green. There's parts of it that is green, and my ladies are excited because that means I got treats if I'm over here, so let's give them some treats. Hi, ladies. Hi, girls. Oh, you guys are so cute. These girls are making me beautiful compost in that bed. Everything from that garden is going right in here. And I also collected a lot of grass clippings, as you can see, to cover everything up. It rains quite frequently here, so I don't have to water it. So hopefully by springtime, hopefully it turns into beautiful compost that I can put right back into my garden. I just cleaned their coop, scraped all the poop off. It's nice and fresh in here. Let's see if they got some eggs. Oh yeah, nice. It's been consistently 5 layers. I also found it much more efficient to lay down straw like this, or grass clippings, as you can see, because they don't scooch it out. Like when I used to put pine shavings in here, this would all be just like a huge mess, but it looks like they really like the straw. Clearly the ladies are happy. They are not heated yet because the temperatures get down to high 30s right now, and chickens are perfectly fine. Now if I had only 2 chickens, I'd probably consider heating them, but since there's 7 of them, there's plenty of them to keep each other warm. We have a tarp over one area of it so they can stay out of the rain if the rain happens, and then they have this whole entire bed to dig through and enjoy little buggies. By the way, since I started putting in crushed oysters into their food, none of the eggs have been eaten. Now let's get back to the garden. So right off the bat, you can still see that my herb corner here is doing okay. Even though the nights have been getting low, my basil is doing okay. I'm hoping that some of this basil did go to seed, and by just leaving it here, those seeds will overwinter and grow in the springtime. By the way, it smells just amazing in here. This basil, even though that it looks tragic and sad, it smells so good. Oregano, that will probably never die. Rosemary is doing more luscious than ever. Time's holding it in there. Parsley does not have any trouble overwintering, so I don't foresee needing to sow any parsley in the spring. There was a lot of dried seeds just like this, so I just go basically like this. This is parsley. Sprinkle it on the ground and hoping in spring that there's some parsley that comes up here. Then everything else is bare. I did sow some cilantro, and as you can see, it's coming up, so that's really exciting. So my herb corner is taking shape finally, while most of it is dying. Come on, cilantro. And then my pepper over here, my buona mulata, is doing really good. I can actually save some seeds from this because it's been out here for a long while, and I'm surprised that it's still not, it's not brown or anything. It's still holding on. So it has some massive peppers. I don't know if you heard, but yes, peppers are perennials and you can overwinter them if you have enough space and storage, and if your temperatures don't get that low in the winter time. Mine do, unfortunately, so yes, this pepper will die. I did do an experiment with it. I left it in the ground, kind of cropped it up, covered it, and it died. It didn't do anything. So in fact, it does get really cold for peppers in my zone 6. Coming over to the other bed, we still let the cats out, so you can see how this catnip is well loved by them. It's kind of destroyed, but it keeps coming back. Catnip is in the same family as mint, oregano, and all of those, like, you can't kill herbs, so don't be afraid to chop this down. It will come back in the spring, I have no doubt. Here also we have kale. This is one of the starts that I started in my little pots that did not die. So as you can see, I put them in here, they're doing okay. And then here I have red cauliflower. Obviously it's not gonna produce anything. It is way too late in the season, but they're trying, so it's cute. I'm gonna leave them. This thing actually here is a persimmon tree. My dad grew this from seed, gave it to me. He's in Pennsylvania, and so it's actually doing really well. I did not cover it, I did not protect it over winter, and it survived. So I'm hoping that it will do the same thing this winter. Dad, if you're watching, I hope you're proud. I saved it. One of like 6 trees. And then moving along in this bed, I got some beets. They are actually doing quite nicely over here. I'm not afraid that there are some crowded beets here and a lonely one here. They usually do okay, even if there's 2 or 3 of them at the same place. And I think I have only like 7 in here growing. I'm excited. More kale. My zucchini are officially out. Got completely frozen. The ladies completely destroyed them, so that was great. My lettuce though, guys, look, it's coming in nicely. And some green lettuce here. But I know you're most excited to see what is behind that cover. Let's look into it together because I haven't seen it in a couple of days actually. So usually I actually leave it be. I don't disturb it because during the day, oh wow, this place stores so much heat that I don't want to disturb it. Now look at that growth. Beautiful. So these I believe are radishes, different kinds. These radishes and then these radishes. Obviously they're sown way too close, but at this point I don't know if I want to thin them out or not. So I'm gonna leave them be for now. Then moving on to the next row, which is a spinach row, you can actually start to see real leaves forming, these second leaves, and that is so exciting. Spinach is doing great. Then I got some collard greens growing over here. And guys, I actually think I got some carrots coming up. They might be, actually no, these are tomatoes that are stinkers, gave me false hope, but there are some greens in here that look like potential carrots, so I'm really excited about that. And then of course we got our lettuce row. This is the row that I did not bury. And then right next to it on the end here, there's a whole row of lettuce seeds that I did bury, and I completely forgot that lettuce seeds like actual sunlight to germinate. And so not a lot of them germinated. There's maybe 1 or 2 that germinated in comparison to this row where I did not cover any of the seeds. By the way, I did not cover any of those seeds and they are doing fantastic. So maybe there's a lesson there. This cover here does not let any water through. So to water it, I have to lift it up and water it, but it has great insulation from wind, from, chilliness, you know, what it's supposed to do, it's doing, but it does permeate UV rays, so everything under there is getting enough sunlight to photosynthesize and to grow. Moving on to this bed here. These are some kind of flowers. I'm sure the flower people know exactly what this is. I am not a flower person, so if you know what this is, comment below. I planted tubers, so that's, is there irises? I don't know. I honestly don't know. And then here also I planted cabbages, if you remember. But again, I mean, look at this. This is puny, didn't do anything. So there's no way that these are gonna grow. But you know, I'm not gonna steal their thunder here. My sweet pea is doing great. You know, garden teaches me a lot of lessons just about resilience and patience for the most part, because look at this sweet pea. It is one tiny puny little stem, and look at it. Boom. Bloomed into a beautiful plant. On the other side of the trellis, we got some more sweet peas, and I've actually been harvesting these. Very crunchy. I have not had anything substantial to eat today, so I've been literally snacking on these because my camera died. My phone. Well, that's about it, guys. My beautiful garden is slowly falling asleep. but I am staying true to myself. I am sowing some fall vegetables over there. So I'm so excited that you guys came along. Thank you for hanging out with me, and go garden a little. See you next time. Bye.